Hi, everybody. Welcome to our live stream. Today, I have an amazing session for you because today we're going to be talking about all the things that we're creating within the community to help our family level up. And the first thing you might have noticed is we finally got our merch in. This is the first time we've ever made merch for the Co-x3 family. And I thought, what better way to start it off but to use something that's really means something strong to me. Co-x3, the meaning behind the word, it's actually a dictionary definition of what Co-x3 is all about, and also a way to kind of phonetically explain how to even say Co-x3 to begin with. I think it's a lovely, lovely shirt. And the quality is amazing, but I'll get into that real soon. But I just wanted to point it out because I'm so excited by it. I've been wearing it every day since I got it, and I hope you guys will be just excited as I am for it as well, and the other stuff that we have in store. So without further ado, let's get straight in and let's talk a bit about all the things that are coming up. Again, it's not a comprehensive list, but I'm going to do my best to give you a bird's eye view so you know what to expect moving forward. So going into here, as you can see, normally we go into the why, what's, and hows. Again, very simple and very standard because I like to really explain the intentions and the reasons why I'm doing anything that I'm doing, and especially within the community. So the most important thing is, we want to help our family members level up. That's really the biggest motivation for our family nowadays, because there's just so many ways that we can improve ourselves and improve our mindsets, improve our health, improve our energy, improve our lifestyles, and how to really pursue a better life. And really the core of this season, right? We break down our seasons into quarters, right? Quarters in every year. Now it's Q2 2022. So this quarter, we're focusing on collaboration and co-creation. How can we work better and stronger together? And the theme of this whole year, or specifically the theme of this quarter, maybe I can change that. The theme of this quarter is opportunity. So what are we creating for you today? What are we going to show you today? Well, we have new and improved resources. Everything to do with, new Notion templates, from new ways to learn about the things that we teach, whereas, how to have better mindsets, how to adopt a growth mindset, how to, time block your day, how to, get your calendar up and going so that you are less burdened by random events coming up throughout your day, and control over your calendar. So it's really all about new and improved resources to take control over your life. More spaces to collaborate. I'm going to show you that real soon. It's super exciting. We have a lot of really cool spaces, and then a more immersive app experience for the applications that we have developed. For example, the Make Work Fun app, even for example, the tutorial islands and Enchanted Forest, all those different ways that we've encapsulated an app experience to help you level up and learn something new. That's all going to be revamped as well. Just to let you know, today is not going to be the exact dates of the launch. We're going to be launching a lot of stuff tomorrow, April 2nd. We didn't want to launch on April 1st because, well, April Fools. We didn't want to seem like it was a Fools. But definitely on Saturday morning, you guys can expect to receive all those little goodies that I'm going to be talking about today. And of course, if you have any questions, feel free to tune in anytime within the community. Feel free to chat at me, or even within these live streams, you can ask me any questions. I'm always very, very happy to answer them. So let's go through each one by one, and I'm going to spend a little time talking about each one so that you kind of understand, what's all about, and what's there to be excited about. So the first thing is the Toolbox website improvements. So I'm going to go here, and basically the Toolbox has been revamped in a way that I'm just so excited by it, because not only do we make it really easy for you to find the things that you need to find to level up, but we also give you like a really holistic breakdown of everything that's possible within our systems, not just what you see on the surface. Because I think there's a lot of things hidden under the surface that, are amazing things, but you don't even know it, that we have it, until you go searching for it. So I want to make that a bit more visible for you. The first thing is I just want to thank everybody, because I was checking out the review section that we had, and we just had so many amazing reviews from from our family, and I really wanted to highlight that. So let me go ahead and go to our website here. So you can see that, we have over 200 5-star reviews, and it's just amazing. I'm so happy that we have so many amazing supporters of our community, and so people's lives have gotten changed and just at least touched by the things that we do in our family. And so this is a non-exhaustive list. There's still so many more reviews to go through, but I finally got a chance to collect all this information, all these reviews, put them together, and just really wanted to say thank you to everyone before we get started. So yeah, so getting into it, basically, we've, this seems natural for most of you guys. You've seen the getting started, the core systems, auxiliary systems. Again, we've kind of made it simple as well, so that if you want to get started, choose a path, right? Either you want to gamify your life or be intentional. Again, you can do both, right? But usually just to get started, basic path is pick one of the two. But then once you realize that, gamifying your life and being intentional are both things that you really want to, have in your life and take on, then Out Control is the best thing for you, right? Because it's a super package that encapsulates both those packages together so that you can gamify your life while living very, very intentionally and having a lot of fun. Of course, the level up course is the advanced version of the Out Control system, meaning that you can essentially have your L control system and also get training on how to use it very, very effectively. Again, that's all been done before. And of course, auxiliary systems, just as a start, Korea's Toolkit, Grow Wealth, and we have so many more in the pipeline from our lovely community creators. And I just can't wait to share them with you when they come. Again, we'll be dropping things throughout the month as well. So definitely stay tuned. Okay, but what's the most exciting part? The most exciting part is you can see more now, and we have a brand new page that shows all the things that we have to offer. So just as a breakdown for the people who are not familiar with what we do here, basically one of our main facets of the community is that we want to turn knowledge into action. We all learn things that, from reading books, listening to podcasts, just watching videos. We learn so many things, but we don't have ample opportunity to turn those into actions that we can take in every day of our lives, right? To make our lives better. So we've created systems that encapsulate all of these thousands of hours of, great knowledge sharing from thinkers, all the way in the past, from, Socrates to philosophers to, even modern day heroes, right? So we have a lot of really cool mindsets and workflows that we've been able to encapsulate inside systems to share with everybody so that they can put a little of that knowledge into action as well. Of course, we also have a very like-minded community. Together, we are providing resources plus a way so that you don't have to struggle alone. You know that other people are caring about the same things that you care about as well, so that you can go about achieving what you want to achieve together with people who may have already achieved it before, or at least on the process of doing that, so that you're on the same path of learning. And of course, we provide a lot of benefits to our patrons who decide to support this, social enterprise, and make sure that we're giving as much back to you as you're giving to us here in the community. So going through into this, I want to show, because this is so cool, this is just only the start. We're going to be adding even more systems here as well. But first, we want to break down tools, systems, and individual components. Let's talk about this. So tools we use, we have Notion that we use. And I'm sure if you've been following us for a long time, you know that Notion is something that we've been using for a long time and we love it. So if you click on Notion, you can actually see that there's a ton of information in here about why we use Notion, what's it all about, and what systems we even provide within the scope of Notion as well. Again, I'll break into that later. We also have a physical planner now. It's amazing. So a physical planner is the way that we turned Notion's relational databases and put that into a physical space so that you can actually have, relational databases within a paper format. And I think it's amazing. We had this live stream, around 2-3 months ago, and we finally have it finished. We've got it in production, and starting tomorrow, we can start ordering it and use it for yourself. And for our patrons, fortunately, you guys also have access to original files. So if you want the printouts, you can print it out at home and put it in your binders for yourself. So everything is very, very open for our community to level up. And just to show you, because we have a really cool video here, just to show you, basically, you can pop it in like that. So it's really easy. We call them mushroom holes. The rings are a very interesting design. We've sourced through so many different rings to finally get to this design. But what you see right now is that you can actually add in the goals, the key results, the projects, and tasks, so that when you're working on a specific task, you can see everything upstream as you're working on it. And I think this is amazing. Again, check it out when you have time. We are going to also include a discount code for everybody who's watching this live stream, who is wanting to get some of these resources before Monday rolls around, because by the time Monday comes around, we'll be stopping all promotion codes. So definitely check that out. This is our special offer for anyone who is really on the up and up of trying to be on the forefront of leveling up together with us. Okay, so what else is coming as well, by the way, before this weekend launches, we'll have Airtable in here as well, because we have a few Airtable templates that we have created, as well as code that's going to be coming up. There's just so many different tools that are coming up, and yeah, I'm so excited to share them with you guys, because there's just so much to learn together with you all. Next, systems that we offer. So we break down all the different systems that we have. So anything from Gamify Your Life, Be Intentional, a control system, Careers Toolkit, Grow Wealth, Level Up Course. These are our 6 main systems that we offer. Again, we're going to expand them to be more things as we go along. But right now, these are 6 very big things. And of course, one thing I wanted to show you guys, because I really am happy about it, is if you go into these and you click on the reviews, you can also see, all the reviews from you guys. And again, just so happy to have all the support for our community. Another thing I want to show you guys is the individual components. Again, this is like an amazing piece that took me so long to build. So I hope you guys appreciate it, or at least find some use in it. So if I search components, for example, I want to learn about, values. I want to have values. I can actually see the values, like all the things that talk about values. Well, I can take a look at this. All values is part of the control system, or Be Intentional system, and it's a database to learn about. I can learn the benefits, and more details will be added in here as we go on. But the idea is that this is going to be our master place where you can see like, hey, I'm looking for one specific component. Where can I find it in the system? And then this is how you can go ahead and search for it. And then it lets you know exactly which system you need and how to use it, and so on and so forth. So that's a really cool part of it. And of course, we're also leveling up our academy as well, so that if you want to find anything, you can just easily go to the bottom right. And I know my face is kind of blocking this. Sorry about that, but you can just send a message, and then you can just ask anything in the community in the chat bot, and then relevant articles will come up. So I think that's really cool. Okay, so that's part 1 of our toolbox updates. Obviously, part 2 is our gear. So we finally have our merch lineup. Again, if you've been following our live streams every single week, we've been building on this already, and you can kind of see the progress as it goes. We finally have the final versions of everything. So right now I'm wearing the family tee. So it talks about what Co-x3 is. If you've ever had trouble explaining to your friends and family what kind of community you've been a part of, why it's so cool, what we do here, well, this shirt will help you explain that. Yeah, on the back, maybe I can show you as well. It just says level up. It's time to level up, because it is always time to level up. So very happy about that. And of course, if you want to browse it, you can always just click into these cards, and you can open these up, and you can see a bit more details about these shirts, which are really cool. And of course, you can see more pictures like this, and it breaks down just like that. We have sizes up to 2XL, so definitely I think we have sizes for everybody in the community. And hopefully you guys decide that this is something that is meaningful to you, and again, of course, supports the community. So thank you guys for that in advance. The Level Up hoodie is something that I really like, because it's a hoodie, and I love wearing hoodies. And this hoodie specifically is all about leveling up. So on the back it says make work fun. On the sides, it's about leveling up every day. So there's 3 stages of leveling up. And then also on the side, this is just Japanese lettering for level up. So I think that's pretty cool. You can check that out as well. And then the last one is intentional baggage. Okay, so this one I think is the funniest wordplay I've ever made. But basically, I always talk about being intentional, and I think that the things you carry with you are the things that you have to be very intentional about, right? Are you carrying a lot of, baggage with you, right? And I guess physically it makes sense too, are you carrying everything that makes sense in a given day? What do you really need on you, and how do you not overburden yourself, right? So I thought this has a lot of meaning. It's also, all our products are all eco-friendly as well. So that's amazing. But they're all organic cotton, very soft to the touch, very portable, very usable, and the size is very big. You can see it's actually like capacity 6 gallons or 23 liters. So I think it can fit anything that you need, and so you can carry all your baggage around you with you. Again, I thought this was a funny wordplay, and again, the community, we talk a lot about wellness and well-being, and making sure that we are taking care of ourselves. So hopefully this is something that helps remind you to be intentional with what you do day in and day out. Perfect. And then part 3 to talk about is some of the template improvements that we have. Again, every quarter we release new templates, and this time we're going to be releasing new templates for everything. So just to show with you some of the things that have been improved. The biggest thing is that we've been taking advantage of the new better databases updates from Notion because now they have done. There's actually like three main amazing things from that. The first thing is you can finally get rid of those like ugly database names and instead just show the view names. And I love that. So now you can see that all our different databases have taken away the ugly database name. And we had to go through into all our tutorials, we had to go through into all our dashboards just to do this. So it was very, very stressful, let me tell you that. But I'm glad we finally got through it. And on top of that, what we can do now is you can have these amazing views that actually have relate to different databases as well. So let me show you what I mean. So for example, let's go into one of our, let's go into our quest board, right? So in the past, I kept this here just to show you guys. In the past, our recurring task was here, and we split them up to today's task. Today's task was the first week of the month. Today's task was the first week of the week or quarter rather. But I thought it was just not as efficient. So what I decided to do as an improvement to this was to put it under here. So the ready to start is actually referring to any of the quests that are inside the success plan that have any upstream projects that are in focus. Now, on top of that, we have all our recurring tasks here as well, so that if we ever want to schedule something, we just easily have to click and drag them into our active quest, and then we can go get started on that. So for example, today is, for me, is Saturday. Maybe I'm doing some bill payments, right? Again, it's the first of the month. So I'm going to go ahead and click Alt and hold that, put that down here. So it makes a copy into here for pay bills. And then instantly I can easily drag this down to today's quest and I can start working on it easily and also make sure that it's well related. Another really cool feature, by the way, I want to show you guys, and people have been asking me, so I might as well show it here. So for example, if I had any projects that, maybe pay bills already connects to, or maybe even sub areas, right? For example, again, this is another example. I have my sub areas related to my areas of competence, and my projects are related to my success plan, and yet they're in the same view. And that makes it really easy because the functionality is the same here. I'll also talk about how I plan this, by the way, but I just wanted to show you guys. For example, I have a finance tracker here, right? So if the finance tracker, let's say I have a task in this finance tracker. Oops, there's no template here for now. That's fine. Let me just do the pay bills thing, and then I want to show you guys how that looks. So for example, if I have a pay bills task, and I realized that this was something that would be recurring, what I can do here actually is after I relate this to the finance tracker, so let me go ahead and relate this to the sub area, let's say the sub areas, so finance tracker like this. What I can do here now is, so for example, you see this upstream is finance tracker, and I can already set all the things here. So for example, I set this is a new awesome task. Let's say this area is finances. So I'm making sure all this information is already all filled out, right? Maybe impact is going to be a 10. What I can do here is that I can actually make a copy of this. Same thing, I do the alt click method, and I put it inside here. So for pay bills, right? Now I have pay bills in here. And what I can do now is for pay bills, I can just easily click and drag it down to this section, and it will automatically have everything that we just discussed earlier. So I'm going to click drag it here, it makes a copy, and then I drag it back into here, and you can see exactly the same. It has everything in there so that all the fields are already auto-filled for you. So that's a really cool way of how to use your recurring tasks. Again, I'm just mentioning it because I have been asked before, and hopefully that's helpful to you guys, okay? I'm also just going to clear this up so that it doesn't confuse anybody when they look at this. Okay, perfect. So let me talk a bit about what's the really cool improvements here, like that the workflows that we've been able to unlock because of this process. So let me show you, right? So for example, now what we can do is I have a step-by-step process to get the day pumping, is what I like to call it. Basically, I have key results for the week, which shows me all the key results that I have to do on any given basis. And so, for example, let's say I have some key results here. I'm just going to add a random key result, and I'm going to do a random downstream as well. But let me just show you guys if I add a key result here. Let's say it's in progress, because I also want to just reorder this as well. Status backlog ready to start in progress. Perfect. So, for example, let's say one of my key results today is to launch the launch the template improvements, right, for the community. So this will be something that I wanted to do today. Maybe I'll stretch it to tomorrow as well, right? So it took me these 2 days to do it. And let's say that downstream, I'm going to have a project, and this project is going to be called, let's call this project, Co-x3 Toolbox, right? Toolbox Revamp. That's our project here. So what's going to happen is I'm going to also make sure that this is a new awesome project, just so that you guys can see. But right now, under my projects, it's not actually showing up because it's not something I need to do right now because I haven't actually checked it to be something that is in focus. So let me show you how that looks like. So right now it's actually under here. You can see this. But the moment that I go into here and I say this is in focus, immediately this will pop up to this top. So let's see how this works. Upstream some focus. It should work. Let me just double check that. Perfect. I love finding out these things in these conversations because it means I have the chance to improve it. But let me just take a look. Upstream some focus. Okay, this is why. I need to just make sure that this is updated. So focus. Upstream. How come this is not showing? I think sometimes you just gotta refresh it because I just recently did the update. So there we go. Yeah, for whatever reason, I had to refresh it. But anyway, because of that, now it automatically pops up here. So again, if I were to show you, if this upstream wasn't in focus, if this specific key result wasn't in focus, so I unfocus it, it wouldn't show up here under this toggle. So it makes it really, really easy for you to see exactly what you need to get done at any given moment. So for example, again, I decide that today I'm working on template improvements. So I said, this is my one thing for today. Is my focus. I click on that. Now this is my focus as well. And again, I might have many different focuses. I might have many different projects that are going to help this one key result succeed. So I'm just going to check on the one I want to focus on. So for example, if I check on this one to focus on, that again, subsequently, all the quests downstream will also show up. So let me show you that. So for example, I have something here. Let's say I did something downstream, which was I wanted to, schedule a live stream to talk about it. Also get feedback from community leaders. So all these things will become items in my success plan to do, right? And then if I check on focus, then they show up here so that I have to do them. And of course, again, this might be under family, this might be under family or sharing, whatever it might be, right? Maybe I drag this over and I say, this is sharing. And then now when I'm ready to work on these active quests, I can just drag them down here, right? So that I know that this is something I want to work on. And then I can set the different priorities. One more really cool thing I want to show you guys is I have a new one called Lick the Ice Cream. And this is something that was inspired by, I think some of our members went to the Building a Second Brain summits, right, by Tiago Forte. And they came and they brought back some amazing ideas that I wanted to share. So usually I talk about, eating the frog, right? Do the hardest thing first in the day. But like many others, like in the community, what we've realized was that because you're putting the hard thing first, you might get less motivated to actually go into your computer and start working, right? Or go to your workplace. So one strategy that we've came up with is, well, first go lick the ice cream, right? What's that really fun task that you're excited to sit down and work on? Do that first and then go and eat the frog, because there's no way you're going to eat the frog if you're too scared of the task or too anxious about the task to even sit down and start working on it, right? So I think lick the ice cream is an amazing, amazing idea, and I'm so happy that we have it now ingrained in our system. So that's there for you guys to see. But of course, again, just to finish up, I might say schedule live stream, then eat the frog for feedback, maybe, right? Again, I'm just using examples. And then I'm going to say new awesome tasks. So all these end up auto-filling, new awesome tasks, they end up auto-filling. And then now I can move on. To show you another example of things we've improved, again, we've improved so much. I can only talk about so little in this stream, but hopefully this gives you an idea about like all the template improvements and the theme of the template improvements anyways, right? So the Make Life Simple page, this is the page where I will be doing my tasks day in and day out. And again, if you're using Gamify Your Life, you would have the fantasy world, and every single different system will have their own dashboards, but they will do similar things. Of course, some will have more features. For example, these are probably our most feature-rich dashboards. But for example here, like again, in the morning, I would go ahead and put in my daily habits, right? So for example, I would say today, and normally it would automatically schedule the time of which I woke up because this is the time when I actually created this item. But if you decided that, hey, actually, I didn't open this journal entry the exact moment that I woke up. For example, today I woke up much earlier, so then I want to change that. How do I change that? Well, I press new daily reflections, and then I click open this, and I can go to how did you sleep, and here I can report a different wake up time than what is automatically reported. Today I actually woke up at 6 a.m. So I'm gonna put 6 a.m. here, and now I have 6 a.m. being my reported wake up time instead, and this changes accordingly. So that's really cool. On top of that, I've improved everything here. So for example, now we can prepare today. What we have here is, if before, again, it's all the same database, but I've cleaned it up where now if you're feeling stuck, you can just easily show between what you're feeling or what you're facing, and you can see very interesting different self affirmations that may be helpful to you, that our community also shared, because it was helpful for us in those moments. So I think it's really, really cool. Of course, here we've also improved the document today. So one thing that I've done is I've realized that I like to report what I learned before I like to report what I loved, because when I report what I learned, I can then remember what I did, and then I can talk about, out of those experiences, which one that I love the most. So I like to report 3 things I learned, and then 1 thing that I loved about each experience as I went through the day. Again, it's just something I keep open throughout the day so I can save my progress and remember how the day went, so that when I get to my reflections, I can actually report something that is more factual rather than something that's subjective. And then finally, I think we just did some improvements here for, again, removing the database names. And then also for thoughts, ideas, notes, we made them very, very clean. Now, just to move forward, I want to show you that we also have our embeds placed really nicely into these pages. Again, if you want to move them around, it's up to you, but I really like having the Make Work Fun app on the left side, because I can see instantly when I hand in tasks. So for example, if I hand in the task, I can open it up really easily and I can get my GIF. If I level up, I can easily manage that from here. So I like that a lot. On top of that, I like to see, my energy tracker. There's something brand new that we made, and we can actually update your energy and save your energy, and let everyone know where your energy is at any given time. So you can let people know that, hey, I need healing right now. I've been fighting a long fight. And of course for yourself to track as well. And later on, we'll show you analytics of, like, based on your tasks that you are doing, based on the energy that you have, what's the correlation, what tasks drain you the most. And I think that's a really cool insight that I really want in my life. So I'm definitely motivated to develop that for the community. And here is something that was inspired by someone in the community called Gun. I had a really, really cool conversation with him about, the one thing, right? And how can we show the one thing always on the top of mind, the one thing you want to do and nothing else. So what I like to do is every single day I want to remind myself of the one goal I want to focus on, the one key result I want to focus on, the one project I want to work on to get to those outcomes and those achievements in my life. And I think that's been really helpful for me, because then it makes it so that I don't have to focus on 20 things at one time, and I can actually get the things I want done really, really efficiently. So that's one really amazing thing that I did. That you now can have as well in your systems. So I'm really happy about that. And of course, just a few minor movements here and there just to make things more usable. And again, it's all reflecting the systems that I use, the way that I use the system, and hopefully it becomes a way for you, and you can learn from that and build your own system. Because I think that's the best way, right? Making your own system and making sure that you have what matters most to you showing up where it matters. One thing I also noticed just now is I didn't change all of the different templates. So I will show you for people who want the upgrades but don't necessarily want to download the whole package again. Maybe migrating is scary for you. That's really fine. Let me show you how I did most of the things. So for example here, instead of having all these things like this, right? So I can go ahead and hide the database title like this. I can say this is my fears. And then what we can say is that this also can hide this, and then we have notes down here, and that's fine. And then we're going to do the next thing. We're going to update. Oops, it popped me back up. The next thing I'm going to change is the key results. Again, these are very easy changes. at least when you're going one at a time. You can go ahead and hide database here. This is going to be for goals. And I'm going to call this one upstream now. And then this one is downstream. And then what we can do here is we can go ahead and rename this to be projects. And then this one is hide database title. And then I'm already going to see that we have a little bit of an issue. So I'm going to go ahead and change this to downstream as well. So downstream, like that. And then what we have next is our projects. And hopefully that changed the names properly. Downstreams. So this is upstream. Okay, so perfect. So what we're going to do here is I'm actually going to go ahead and update this a little bit. So it doesn't, I don't need all these things. I just need upstream and downstream, and everything else can be removed. So let's go ahead and remove all these things. Yes. Okay, well, let's keep that there for now. But everything else I can definitely remove. Delete and unsync. Perfect. And now all I need to do is just grab these. So let's go ahead and go back to our new awesome goal. And then I can just edit this. I'll be done very, very quick, by the way. I just want to show you guys some of the ways that I've updated things so that you, at least you know part of the creation process that goes into this, because there's a lot that was done. Downstream is here. I'm going to just paste that instead. And then we have the upstream. You can delete that now. Goals projects, awesome. And then new awesome project. We also need the upstream, downstream. So upstream is something I need to copy right now. Upstream. And then downstream goes here. And then here, what we can do is we can just delete this stuff for now. And that looks good. Again, remove all these database titles. Remove all these database titles. Remove titles. You can see how much cleaner it gets, right? Because we can do that. And then research as well. We can rename this to Knowledge Hub. And then here we can hide the database title here. Just like that. Looks very clean. Upstream is also clean now. We're going to go to new awesome course just to make sure that that's also updated. So downstream, that looks good. This should be upstream. So let's go ahead and grab upstream again. So upstream is here, downstream is here. Remove this and then remove this. Awesome. This is Knowledge Hub, so Knowledge Hub. This one can be also hidden now. Perfect. Now for the second last one, it's going to be new awesome task. And then I'm going to go ahead here and make sure I have upstream and downstreams. That's not what I wanted. Let me just put this down here then. Oof. It's annoying. You can see how tedious this can get when you're just slowly migrating this. But again, if you do want this improvements, this is how you will do it, just to make sure you know. Upstream of a task, it is going to be a project. Projects. Perfect. And then here I can hide this. And then downstream of that is, oh, this is still upstreams. They're both upstreams. Okay, these are both upstreams. Oh, so perfect. So this is another chance to put two in one. So I'm going to do that. So I'm going to go ahead and click the source to areas of competence. And then here I'm going to filter for downstream, which is tasks actually, contains new awesome task. So you can see how that's already cleaned it up. Special events, let's do type, let's do name, let's do description. I think that's it. So let's go ahead and hide everything else. Perfect, hide that. And now I can also hide this. And now we can call this areas of competence, right? So Actually, usually it'll be probably sub areas. So these masters and trackers. Perfect. Now we can delete this because we don't need this view anymore. Just like so. Very easy. Perfect. And then the next thing is to also do that for the 5-minute interval. But also I want to make sure I have done this for the graded task assignment. Okay, so I think the easiest way to do it right now is I'm going to actually just take the details in here so I can duplicate it over really easily. Because otherwise I will have to do that filtering and sorting all over again, and that's not fun. So let's go ahead and do this. I'm going to paste it in. Ooh, hopefully I don't lag. There we go. Just like that. And then on top of that, I need to make sure that the filter is for new graded assignments. Cool. Save for everyone. And then the last one, masters and trackers, filter, new graded assignment, save for everyone. Perfect. One more last one to do, and then we're done here. We're going to do the 5-minute interval now. These are the 5-minute tasks, or at least 5-minute interval tasks that you could potentially be doing. Paste that in there, and then again in the filter, make this new awesome task 5 minutes. And then the other one is new awesome task 5 minutes as well. Perfect, just like that. And that's done. Now I'm going to go ahead and move on with what I want to show you guys. Okay, so those are some of the template improvements. I've shown you some of the success plan improvements. I've shown you some of the daily quest improvements. There's so many more. And what I really recommend you guys to do is whenever you guys want to know about our latest updates, all you have to do is to go to our, I'm just trying to find that page for you, but you can just go to our toolbox and then you can go to what's new. So I will send over that link really soon, but for now, I'll just show you guys here. Basically, you can see we have toolbox updates, right? I'm going to update this this blurb, of course. But you can see we have a new one coming up. It's April 2nd. It's going to update everything actually, and you can see the changelog that's coming up. Also, if you open this up, you can see the changelog inside here as well. I believe you can see the details in here. Yeah, included in this update and everything will be showing up. I'll do the same thing for the April 2nd launch as well. So definitely stay tuned, but there's over like 20 entries. So there's so much that we've done already improved. And I'm so happy to share that with you guys. Okay, the next thing I want to share with you guys is the gather space. So I want to just give you a quick tour. Now, again, this is something I wanted to show you because I think it's really cool. This is our newest space to hold our meetings, as well as for us to have spaces to co-work and co-live basically online while we're trying to get stuff done, especially as it's mostly still digital. So basically what we have is we have a tabard when you first log in. This is where you can hang out, meet new people, you can chill, you can have private spaces to chat. So basically whenever you go to a table, you can only hear people within the table within this, within this whole section. We have a little garden out here. This is Anne has made a garden. I'll show you that later. But basically, we have amazing spaces in here. We have a kitchen in here. That's a dining space. Let's go upstairs. And then upstairs, we have, this is our meeting room. This is where we have our Sunday Council meetings. We've had a few in here already. This is where we're trying to figure out still what to do with it. Probably a library of sorts. We're going to improve that. We have some rooms here as well. This is where like some of the factions are hanging out. So I think it's really cool. And then, oh, I can't go that way. And then what we're going to show you is a teleporter room. So we have a teleporter room to go to places like the rooftop where you can hang out a bit more as well. So we're going to go to the rooftop here. So this is the rooftop. And this is really cool, really beautiful, I think. Again, if you go to these sections, you can just hang out and talk to people. So we've created spaces for you to really, really get productive and find like a digital representation of the spaces that you might visit in real life, but online instead, right? And then making sure that you can hang out with people globally to get the thing you want to get done. And we've had so many meaningful conversations in here, so many discussions. We've learned so much and we laughed a lot. And hopefully you guys will enjoy the space as well. Again, the sky's the limit for the space, honestly. There's so much that we can do here. So let's show you this one as well. So we have like a house as well. This is like kind of like our clubhouse where we can hang out. There's like outside spaces like this. Like honestly, this kind of the team that made this is amazing. We're currently in the works of hopefully getting a partnership with them, so we can do more cool stuff in here, especially like integrating the Make Work Fun app and stuff like that. So I'm so excited to share with you guys some more when that time comes. But yeah, that's a quick brief of the Gather space. I hope you guys will hang out with us and join us in here. You can get started by joining us in the community over at Guilded, and then we'll send you the link once you become a part of our community, so you can join these spaces whenever you want. And normally we have anywhere between 3 to 5 to 15 people in here at once, so definitely you'll have a lot of company. Okay, and next thing is world bosses. I think again that's something that I've talked about before on this channel, but I really wanted to highlight some of the world bosses that we're going to be working on in the new year, or in the new quarter rather. So basically, if you guys aren't familiar what world bosses are, they are our way of trying to share our talents and our skill sets with the world and ensure that what we want to build is something that is helping an effective population. So all the tools that we've built here is also our rendition of a world boss, right? We think that there are people that are struggling with organizing their lives, and we have been in that position as well. And we know that that's something that's, we want to improve, right? So how do we build the systems and the templates and, things that is needed for that specific group to level up in that regard, right? So in this coming quarter, we're going to have a ton of new world bosses from, building that digital garden, right? So we can encapsulate our notes together and build better notes and really find out what the pieces of insights there are from each of our individual family members and bring them all together into fluid articles and sharing for everyone to learn from. That's going to be a big world boss of ours. And again, the whole idea of world bosses is that we are a community that wants to affect positive change in the world, right? So right now the way we've been doing it is by building systems, and that's the way we'll continue doing it, but we're going to continuously explore what more things we can do together to ensure that we can push more value and deliver more value to the world and affect positive change on the world in essence. So if you guys stay in the community, stay tuned, because we're going to be announcing world bosses really soon and how you can get involved. And one really big thing is that inside our Make Work Fun system, we're actually going to be creating a mission board where you can see relevant missions of all the projects that make sense to you, that you feel like you want to be assigned on and you want to work on, and you can see all those different tasks that could be worked on and assigned. And when you finish them, you can actually earn something called life points, which I'll do a proper announcement coming soon. But basically, we're creating a new way to represent the giving that you've done within the community, because we think giving is really the best way you can achieve fulfillment in your life and be happy, right? And I found that personally to be my ethos and my philosophy on living life. How much more I can contribute to others is my own definition or my own metric of fulfillment. And I really do feel very, very happy that I'm able to contribute in some meaningful way day in and day out. So I'd like to share that with you guys as well. And this leads me very smoothly to the next thing that I want to share about. It's a new season for the Make Work Fun app. Every single quarter we start a new season. So right now we are about to start the new season and it's going to be season 4. So that's very exciting. So I look forward to seeing who's going to be competing with us on the leaderboards for season 4. I want to see who's going to come up on top, and starting this quarter or this season, the top players will get a special prize from us from the store. So definitely race to the top. And for people who already have been to the top, I have a special gift for you guys as well. So stay tuned, and I'll be very, very happy to let you guys know what that is. So yeah, we have so many updates that's already come out and so many more. I mentioned the energy update that just came out. Definitely try using that. Keep track of your energy. It's really cool, and so much analytics will be coming out of that to help you avoid burnouts in the future. Right now, you can also have clarity on where you're leveling up. We can put areas on top of your daily quests, meaning that when you hand in your daily quests inside the app, you can actually assign them to areas of your life that you want to improve, so that you know that, hey, they're not just all daily quests, they actually have rooms for, like, they're improving certain areas of your life. We've improved the account page now. You can reset your password, you can add more more ways to connect. Again, we're going to be adding Airtable and all those different tools as we start integrating with all of them. Again, this month or this quarter is all about opportunity. So I'm so excited about that. We have a story for daily quest, meaning that you can add like quest dialogue to your daily quest now, and you can basically have like talk to yourself when you're doing your quest and make it like a proper like assignment of quests. I think that makes it more fun and more exciting. And we made a custom API. Like just so many things are improved. You really gotta check it out for yourself. And again, I'm just so thankful that I have the chance to share with the community everything that we've done so far. I hope this gave you a good understanding of things that are to be expected. I will be sending an email out to all our patrons starting tomorrow or tomorrow in Saturday. And basically it will have the download links for all the systems that have been updated, as well as a special coupon code to go ahead to the new store and pick up anything that you'd like. Also, anybody who's watching this video will also get a special coupon code for everything off of the for all the merch in the store. So definitely check that out. I will give you the code right now. I have it up right here. It's the same code as last week as well. So then you guys can check that out. Let's see. I will just pull up for you guys. It's called Merch 10 off. Okay, so no gaps and with no dashes as well. So this Merch 10 off. It will last until Monday. So I'll definitely be excited to see you guys as you guys get into that. Anyways, so thankful to have you guys here. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you have any questions, reach me out in the community. We'll be very, very active real soon with a lot of updates and a lot of communication. So if you have anything you'd like us to improve, just let us know and we'll get right on it. That's it from me, guys. Thank you so much and have a wonderful evening. I look forward to seeing you guys all tomorrow. And for everyone else, I'll send out an email on Monday for all our newsletters or subscribers. So with a lot of new information as well. I have a blog coming out. I have a video coming out. There's just a lot of stuff. So stay tuned and I'll talk to you soon.